This podcast is a quest for well-being, a quest for a meaningful life through the exploration of fundamental truth. Enlightening ideas, insights on physical, mental, and spiritual health. The inspiration is love. The aspiration is to awaken new ways of thinking that can lead us to a new way of being well. Welcome to Body, Mind, and Soul Healing Conversations.
Your divine human is once again embodied as you spiral your divine essence into your human body through the Enlightenment Codes. It's time to activate oneness between your divine heart, the cosmos heart, and the creation heart using innovative light technologies. Let's live from a place of oneness, abundance, love, and bliss. The joy of living as a light master is here and now on Earth. In choosing to embody your divinity and allow the universal creative life force to flow through you, you will experience freedom and light sovereignty. We become creators of our own lives in sacred union with all the divinities converged in our inner flame. With the help of this creative force rekindled within us and in relation to the surrounding world. Valeria interviews Sabrina Di Nitto. She is the author of Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension, a sacred journey through creation. With her inner senses, Sabrina moves into the realm of cosmic manifestation, between form and formlessness, to guide you to self-realization and light mastery. Here, where the soul has its origin, she sculpts with the essences and filaments of the world, beyond thought and form. She embodies 25 years of experience in ascension work, enlightenment, soul embodiment, alchemy, healing, spiritual psychology, and awakened soul codes that span cosmology, metaphysics, ancient earth, and cosmic mysteries. Sabrina works as a light master and cosmic midwife for cosmic consciousness. She practices divine human embodiment, soul alignment to the resonance of oneness, and divine light indwelling. Sabrina Di Nitto and her new paradigm mystery school, The Divine Heart, offer programs to restore your original soul codes, sacred soul architecture, light building deepening your soul architecture for ever-evolving cosmic consciousness, developing her and your physical and etheric structures for soul embodiment, the divine human, and self-realization. Meet Sabrina at enlightenmentcodes.com. Here's the interview with Sabrina Di Nitto.
In your own words, who am I speaking with today?
My name is Sabrina Di Nitto. I am a spiritual teacher and author of Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension, a sacred journey through creation. I am also the founder of a new paradigm mystery school, The Divine Heart. My mystery school is called The Divine Heart because this is the core of existence. This is why we are doing all that we're doing. This is why we are trying to evolve, grow in light and love, as we all say. And the Divine Heart is also a fountain of eternal love, bliss, and an infinite source of creational energy. It is actually what life revolves around. Now, in this mystery school, I develop programs based on source code technology, programs for people to embody their divine human, their divine essences within their human texture, allowing them to live from the resonances of harmony and bliss and in tune with the pulse of creation. Besides that, I also develop programs embedding cosmology, metaphysics, quantum physics, ancient mystery, Urantia, cosmic mystery. It is really a joy to develop them in co-creation with my soul and my twin flame and all the light beings that are involved in this creational work. Just as I wrote my light tablet, The Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension, a Sacred Journey Through Creation. It is a light tablet as it is multidimensional in nature, and each word and each syllable is imbued with light.
What is life to you?
Life to me is an etheric drop of Mother Essence of what all cosmic life is about. It is a fractal in which I am living, a fractal of my own soul in which I am living now here on earth. But within this fractal, I carry the whole of my cosmic being, the whole of the cosmos in essence. So my life and life to me is being here and being in resonance with all that is and being in harmony with all that is, and also emanating and expanding that harmony around me.
What do you think is the opposite of life?
The opposite of life is, to me, to not evolve, to stagnate, to drench yourself in energies that are not allowing yourself to be in tune with existence, not allowing you to feel that you are part of existence and that the heartbeat you feel within is in tune with the heartbeat of all that is. At that moment, we stop, we pause in our existence, and a lot of people are pausing or have paused in their existence, which is sad, and that is also the reason why my soul has been preparing herself since so long. I have also been trained with the Essenes in the lineage of the Magdalens to bring forward these new paradigm teachings that disentangle us from the opposite of life, and which enable us again to thrive on divine verse frequencies, because we are not merely humans. We are cosmic beings of light, and that is how I feel. We are divine beings of light, and that is how I feel and how I experience life here on earth. And bringing forward these teachings to me is of great importance, because we are arriving in an era where light frequency continues to increase, and if we do not evolve at the same pace as light does, we will again become entangled in stagnation, and humanity at this point has gone through enough to move through it and to embody divine essence. Like in Lemurian times, I once did a regression, and I saw myself and many others that were with me in the ancient Lemuria, where we were all golden beings of light, and we levitated. We just levitated in a golden glow. And I remember waving my hand as I was a Lemurian being of light, and from my hand, so many golden essences and butterflies that imbued the space with golden light, with life. So I am so conscious, and so I know I received this vision because this is what wants to be. What wants to be is that we become that divine being once more. And because it is time, because the circumstances allow us to evolve in that direction, and if we don't, we can become entangled once more, and with all consequences of not feeling happy, of feeling heavy, and
What is the purpose of the human experience?
The purpose of the human experience for me is very much in tune with the purpose of a soul here on earth, and that is to fully align with your soul, to live as one here. And as you live here as one with your soul, and your soul that has in its disposition all source codes, all prima mater material from which it was built, then you live a fulfilling life. And the greater purpose here for me is also that as humans, we evolve in this cosmos, life after life. But at the same time, there is another choice that we can make, and that is to realize that we do not have to evolve life after life, that we can just remember who we in essence are, what we are made of, and what divine capacities we had and are able to have at our disposition today, here and now. So if you ask me what is the purpose of the human experience, I can answer it on two timelines. One timeline is to evolve, with time, with space, and to do this linear path in which we grow and enlighten ourselves more and more in tune with the cosmos, but because also the cosmos is a light being that continuously evolves. I mentioned in my book, The Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension, that the cosmos is actually the axis mundi, and the axis mundi is blooming every day more and more until it has fully bloomed and until it has shown creation who cosmos really is. And then at that moment, creation, the Divine Mother and Father will say, I see. So this is who you are. This is all that you are. And as the Divine Mother and Father, the Alpha and Omega, express this, they see their child in full bloom, and they also see an extension of themselves in full bloom, and as such, at that moment, they also understand who they are in their deepest being. And so are you and I and all listeners of this podcast. We all are an extension of creation of the Alpha and the Omega, the Divine Father and Mother, and they're only waiting for us to show them who we truly are. This is the only thing they want, because then they understand who they are, and also in their most profound fractals what their divine capacities are. So this is one timeline, and then the second one is, well, we can just remember who we are and accept this full bloom and go for this ascension, this full ascension process, because in reality, you, me, we are the I am that I am. We are all that is. We are a reflection of the cosmic sky. And as such, we already have everything within. So the human experience is a divine fractal of soul life, which is to honor and respect, and it allows us to divinize ourselves in the most intricate and refined ways.
At this time, what is the purpose of your life?
The purpose of my life is to bring forward my writings, my book, the Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension, and also all programs that I am developing at this moment, and that will enable people to really obtain these levels of cosmic consciousness, to really obtain this reset of their soul, this disentanglement, so they remember who they are, but they also embody themselves and their soul essences once more, because this is so long ago. It must be even 50,000 years or even more that we gradually lost that. So this for me is the purpose of my life. Many call it the golden age. I call it the age of the divine human as well.
What are some of the greatest misconceptions about happiness, in your opinion?
That you just go with the flow and accept that what is, that in some way you neutralize who you are, that you just in your human, and you don't truly feel the uniqueness of who you are, and that you avoid conflict for peace. While sometimes, you need to speak up. Sometimes you need to, express your own truth, because your truth is important. It is also an aspect of the overall truth. So that for me is a misconception, that happiness is to just go with the flow and ensure that there is general peace, while you're not really delving into your own essence in what truly makes you happy. I think we are no longer in an era where life can be superficial, because as the light frequencies are increasing, we won't make it that way. The increasing light frequencies are practically forcing us to go within, because they also imbue our molecular structures of our human body. And so all distortions, all that is not true, all that is blocked, all that is low in frequency will be triggered. And so living a superficial life and claiming to be happy, for me in this era and in the times that we are in now, and definitely the times that will come, that will no longer be an option.
What do you love most about being in a human body?
Actually, my son asked me that question yesterday, and I responded to him that it just came very intuitively, that what I love most is seeing the dew on green leaves, seeing a drop of dew sliding down from a green leaf. Nature, I would say, the beauty of nature, the calm and the inner peace and the balance that nature offers and that we need to balance our hearts. That is what I love most about being in a human body, to witness beauty and harmony and to experience that in a tingling way across the whole of my body.
What is healing to you?
Healing to me is sound. Yes, I respond very well to certain sacred sounds that for me is very healing. Also, the musica universalis is the sound of the celestial bodies that revolve around each other, and just connecting with that sound for me is healing, but also connecting to sounds of nature and also seeing people sharing love. And lately what really lights up my life is to see people accomplish great things and that they're proud of themselves, whatever that may be. As long as it lights up their hearts, then immediately I can feel it in mine. So it's about beauty and aesthetics and wonder and accomplishments in which we feel that we are golden.
What is the meaning of freedom to you? What is to be free?
Freedom for me is to breathe and be light. When I breathe, my body is light, my bones are light, I can barely feel them. When I am surrounded by people and I stay in contact with my body in this way, the lightness, the airiness, and the freedom in expressing one's own truth. This to me is freedom, to just be, breathe in lightness and express own truth. And also experiencing the freedom that everyone can be themselves. And I do love to see the hearts of everyone in their own uniqueness, and that they also are free to explore that and develop that and unfold that. Yes.
At this time, what is the world's greatest need? And also, do you have a vision for a new reality?
The world's greatest need at this moment is for us to find balance within the increasing light frequencies. As time accelerates, people are having difficulties in staying balanced and experiencing themselves and staying anchored within themselves. So the light that increases and the earth that is evolving from a planetary consciousness towards a star consciousness is bringing about in people a lot of cleansing, purification, and stirring a lot within. And this turmoil can cause conflict, chaos, solitude, sadness. So at this time, what the world needs is to find anchorage, to find balance, and to remember that we are here because we have a contract with the earth that we would do this together, and that we would remember that, and that we would reconnect us again from our soul essence with the earth, with Gaia, her soul, and so that we co-create and that we move together. This is what I believe is the world's greatest need: balance and harmony, and a remembering of who we are and what we are here for, because then we see reality in different ways, and we can find peace within and peace with each other, and space within and space towards each other. Yes. And as we gain this space within and around us, we have the freedom to develop and remember and unfold ourselves, and to build a network of light, a network of golden light, in co-creation with the earth, because we haven't lived really in co-creation with the earth for maybe thousands of years. We have lived in separation consciousness and duality, seeing the earth as a place where we don't feel safe. That is not our home, that we think we should be elsewhere. No, we don't. We need to be here. Thinking that we need to be elsewhere because it might be better there, that's an illusion. I've traveled on the surface of the earth in many places, but also in inner earth and hollow earth. And we have our own Garden of Eden, and the earth carries everything within, just as we do, to fully self-realize. Everything we need, we carry within. And so the vision for a new reality is that we understand that you and me, we carry everything within to reach self-realization here and now. And it doesn't require a lot of time, just a click, a deep understanding, and a deep, profound cleansing of old biology, And then we have space in our bodies to integrate this vision for a new reality.
What is your understanding and idea of love?
There are different levels of love, and I've been working with people for the last, I would say 20, 25 years, evolving from therapy to more spiritual work, and now doing more enlightenment work in self-realization. And what I notice is that people see love as dependence of being safe. Love is there to ensure that we are not alone and we don't need to do this alone. So there are a lot of distortions on love. Also in our soul's history, we have been separated from our twin flame. It was a very traumatic experience, and it has been deeply engraved in our etheric tissue of our soul and even our body since maybe hundreds of thousands or millions of years. And so this separation caused a lot of trauma on love, and we have forgotten what true love really means. For me, true love is the feeling that heart loves all that is, and that heart beats with the same pulse as creation does, and that we love all life, not only here on earth, but everywhere, as there is no darkness. Darkness is just an area of shadow where we don't see our potentials. So yeah, I've written a chapter in my book where I was speaking with a divine being, and she actually created my own light tablet. And this is a beautiful chapter in my book where this light being created my own light tablet, and for the reader, and she scribed upon this light tablet, "Are you ready to embrace the love for all existence?" And at that time, I was going through these downloads and channelings, and I wondered, is my heart big enough to embrace the love for whole existence? And I felt my heart was swelling and swelling, but yes, it was. Yes, it was. And the heart of everyone, because we are, as human beings and souls, designed to love all of existence, because we are existence. We have just lived too long in separation consciousness. Also on love, I have created a twin flame sacred union series, which is a recoding and a healing of the primordial soul wound of separation, and that integrates your twin flame back again in your physical body and etheric tissue. So it's a sacred union of the whole of who you are and you as a being of love. So it actually heals the primordial wound that all beings on earth went through.
What is inner peace to you?
Inner peace is being aligned with the heartbeat of creation, being aligned with the etheric tissue that separates me from you, and that you can hear and feel harmony between us, and that we can just be within our own bodies, which are combined, but at the same time experience the vastness of all of creation. This is inner peace for me.
What, where, and who is God to you?
Well, there are many gods if you look at ancient cultures, but for me, God is the pulse, the desire for existence to become. God is you who desired to exist, and to exist in harmony with all that is. I wrote in my light tablet about the 3 primordial mothers who created all souls, and those chapters, they describe the prima mater we were made of, and how and in what order we were built, and how that process took place, and how we as a sacred vessel were animated with our soul. And so for me, there is a specific place where our creation took place, the creation of our divine spark and our soul, our seed of life that actually is formed around our divine spark. But at the same time, we are also creators, and we also have a desire to exist and a desire to manifest existence as a divine creator. So for me, God is the place where we were created, and at the same time, we are God because we are creation and we procreate as well. And if we are aligned with our human heart and our divine heart, with the heart and pulse of creation, then we also bring forth divine creation. And divine creations, they emanate the essence of God.
What is to be spiritual, and what is spirituality?
Spiritual and spirituality Yes. For me, spiritual and spirituality is that we live life here on earth in this third or fourth dimension, or slowly being the fifth dimension. And for many of us already, we are in the I am, which is, we don't even speak about dimensions anymore. We are in the infinite. But spirituality is where we just live from our spirit and from the totality of who we are, because spirit, our soul, finds itself dispersed in the whole of creation. It embodies the whole of creation. It embodies the whole of cosmos. We have the knowingness of all that is. We just do. We consciously don't remember because we think we are merely human, but we are not. So that is for me the true sense of spirituality, to live from the entire essence of who you truly are and know that you are everywhere in cosmos. You can hear whispers on stars and planets. I can be here, sitting here in my room, speaking to you, and at the same time, I'm present in the cervix of this cosmic womb, in the divine verses. And I can sense the energies there as well. So spirituality is when you are one with all that you are.
How do you define success? What is to be successful to you?
Being successful is that we have gained a certain resonance and that we are in harmony with all that is. Being successful for me personally is when you accomplished the unfoldment of who you are. If you remembered who you are and that you're not merely human and that you are so much more than that. You don't only remember, but you also emanate it and just be it, and which inherently allows you to be in tune with harmonic resonance and with all that is. That is being successful. Because at that point, you are in abundance, and abundance in the most vast meaning of that word. You are in bliss, and then I say in eternal bliss, and you are in love, and just not in love, but in love with your heart, and your heart is the heart of every human being and every animal, and even plant and tree and star and every extraterrestrial being, or so that for me is being successful, because at that moment you accomplished what you came here on earth for.
So, why did you choose to do what you do?
I chose a life in alignment with the divine. And that life has given me a lot of satisfaction and a lot of peace within my heart and eternal fulfillment, because I'm in bliss when I am just within my heart. And a good teacher embodies his or her teachings. So when I feel that I have become very light and my skeletal structure is light and my bones are light and I feel spacious and light and I bring forth activations that are imbued with source codes, allowing people to evolve in the same way, then that is why I chose what I am doing, because I wanted this for myself. And at the same time, I wanted this for all light beings here on earth, all human light beings. But I had to do it first. You cannot teach something that you do not embody first. So I have had a lot of preparation before I arrived at the point where I'm at this moment. And as my soul yearned for self-realization in this life and to take others in ascension with me, I chose to found this mystery school of the divine heart. I chose to write my light tablet, the Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension. I also call it a sacred journey through creation because we literally move through the creational process of a soul. And I did this to reach out to people and to emanate these codes of self-realization, of enlightenment. Question 17. I became a writer the first day that I arrived in Egypt. That land stirred within all my memories, and I remembered the creational process of a soul, which is also what my book, The Enlightenment Codes, are about, and how souls come into being and what the purpose is, what our purpose is here in life, and what these temples are doing for us, why they were built, and also not only the temples, but the areas below in inner earth or even in cosmos where they were connected to. So while going through all these temples and initiations, I remembered so much what I had planned to do for this lifetime and for which I was trained with the Essenes, with the Magdalenes, that during my voyage there, and I started to write, and I finished my first chapter of Abydos on the airplane when I was flying home. That is the day I became a writer.
What was the inspiration, intention, and purpose of writing your book?
I wrote the Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension, a sacred journey through creation, to give people these light codes so they also would remember their own origin. As I speak about the primordial mothers, they also remember where their souls came from. They can remember home. And so if we remember the bigger picture, our metaphysical background, then we will have a different perspective on this life. It will be a more relative perspective and a more balanced perspective. And we will have this inner knowing what we are here for. And this was the purpose of my writing.
Talk to me for a moment about the services you offer.
The services I offer are for human beings to find their self-realization in a very sustainable way. And it is not only self-realization, but there is a complete recoding of the soul and disentanglement, so that we kind of have a reset, so that the soul resets itself and dissolves all distortions of light, all distortions of source codes, all distortions on love, that we would see through all illusions and that we would not hold back anymore. Also that we would remember that we can ascend here from earth and do a full ascension. We do not need to go anywhere else. As she is creation, earth offers us all that is. And the programs that I designed are different in nature. Some are streaming, where you can do it in your home setting, and other ones are streamed audio files combined with integration sessions. So according to how intensive the program is, there is a personal approach, and there is the streaming of the audio material. The program that is a full immersion program is Venus Light Technology. It is a prima mater source code technology, and it literally allows you to embody the I Am presence. It is a very complete program, allowing you to have this reset I already talked about and to embody your original soul settings. At this moment, I also developed a twin flame sacred union, which is about the sacred heart, and that you heal the primordial wound of separation, one of the largest soul traumas, and it literally heals your heart and reconnects you with your twin flame. It allows you to find everything that you need within as you re-embody it. There is also the light networks, which establishes you again within the light networks. It is to experience the Alpha Sun Code and to experience light as your vehicle for expansion of your consciousness and for your evolution. And it reframes your DNA, it recodes your DNA with the original codings of light. And light manifests itself in many ways, and all these different ways that light manifests itself are encoded in your physical body. And then there's also moonlight transitioning, be released very soon. Here I guide the listener through moon cycles that are not only from our planetary moon, but also from the cosmic moon grid, and it incorporates the moon code. Many Egyptian deities have a sun disk and a moon disk, and for us to really evolve with evolution and with creation, it is of primordial importance to understand what moon codes are, what sun codes are. And so besides that, I also offer more personal soul embodiment trajectories. Question 20. You can find more information via my website, enlightenmentcodes.com. There you can find all the programs that I have designed up till now, and I'm always in a flow, in a creative flow. I'm always creating more. And my light tablet, the Enlightenment Codes for Cosmic Ascension, you can find in any store. Question 21. I probably would work less, but since I know I won't die very soon, I still have a lot of work to do. I would spend a lot of time with my children. But if I just look at my life, how it is at this moment, no, I wouldn't change anything, because I'm living life in a very balanced way, and I have found my purpose in life, and I'm very grateful to offer means for people to find their purpose too.
What are 3 things about life you know for sure as of this moment?
What I know for sure is that you can live life from your inner bliss, from love for all of existence, and from a feather-like lightness. That is what I know for sure, because that is how I experience it myself. And I also know that life, if you want it, offers you all that you need.
Thank you so much for your presence, for sharing your wisdom and doing what you do.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about Sabrina Di Nitto and her work, please visit enlightenmentcodes.com.
To learn more about this podcast, please visit fitforjoy.org/podcast. Thank you again for listening, and bye for now.